Hi, hello, my name is Devraj, welcome back to Bioenergetics. Today we're going to do a bioenergetic workout, one that helps you to release stress, tension, holding from the psoas muscles, these very important muscles around our sexual area. Stretch up here and like this as well. Before you do this workout, it's probably useful if you just go and look back on my bioenergetic series at the workout for a 5-position release and the one for the psoas muscles. I think those are something like numbers 50 and 54, something like that anyway. Because they'll explain in some detail how to actually do the two exercises, or the series of exercises we're going to do. When I say two, it's because this is in two parts. We're going to start with doing some 5-position release, 3 times round on a 75-second ding. And the purpose of that is to really bring us in the body and also to start to open up and drain the muscles a bit, or rather drain the mind a bit. So that when we get to do the floor work for the psoas muscles, the mind can just relax and this natural process can happen. In this workout then, we'll have quite a yang part with the 5-position release, and then the second part will be much more yin, much more about just gently holding and really feeling your body, breathing and feeling and seeing if some natural release, some natural shaking wants to come. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to put my ding on, make sure you're in loose clothing and all that stuff, and you've got a nice bit of time. And let's put my 75-second ding on. Okay, so let's get to it with the 5-position release. The opening position is the bow, and we'll wait for the first ding. Here we go. Stretching the pelvis forwards, the arms up and back, breathing through the mouth. Your body's shaped like an archer's bow, but your head is upright. Feel into your body, particularly the back of your body. Breathe nice and deep through the mouth and stretch your body open. Nice big breath so we really open up the body. And leaning forwards, we're going to go into a bioenergetic Cobra position. Just your toes and palms on the floor, fingers pointing forwards. But you're not in the plank pose. Your upper body stretches towards the vertical, but your ass stays low but off the floor. In this pose, we can also do a little bit of release. Lion's roar, you lean forwards on the hands, stick your tongue out and roar a bit like ah, ah, ah. There. Press your heels back now towards the wall, and maybe that induces a little bit of spontaneous shaking in your legs. This is another great way to open up the lower back and the backs of the legs. Keep breathing nice and deep through the mouth, and with your breath try to engage your belly. Ass up, head down, walk the hands back a little bit and come into this bioenergetic dog pose. Arms and legs are straight, your heels are off the floor, and you press your heels back towards the floor, creating a stretch in the lower back and the backs of the legs. Your neck is loose, so your head is just hanging. Push those heels, particularly on the out breath. Press your heels towards the floor, creating an extra bit of stretch. We're working the same muscles
the lower back and the backs of the legs, but from different directions. That's the power of this 5 position release, coming in from a different angle all the time. Keep breathing and feeling the body. Allow any natural shaking that's happening. Don't be worried if it isn't. And now, keeping your heels off the floor, walk your hands back, come into toe crouch. So just on the toes, sideways so you can see me. Ideally in this position, you don't lean forwards too much. You bring your, if you are leaning forwards, if you feel confident to, bring your pelvis a little bit forwards so your backbone comes upright. And then, if you're ready, drop your ass a little bit so that your upper legs come towards the horizontal. But don't sit on your heels, don't go right down. Breathing and feeling through the mouth, keep your heels up. This is an intense posture for most people, so don't beat yourself up if you struggle with it. Just keep breathing, try to breathe down into your belly, engaging with your belly. And heels down, lean forwards into arch pose. Remember, your shoulders and neck should be loose, so you can jiggle your head, jiggle your arms. Your fingers are off the floor. Don't fold your arms if you're super flexible, and don't put your hands on the floor in the arch. Just come up a little bit. Big breaths out through the mouth. This is the key. This is where most people don't really quite get it. This is the bit most people can improve, is to really, really breathe through the mouth. Eyes are still open. If you want, you can gently focus on something behind you. And that's the end of one repetition, one sequence, and we're going to go round again. Yes. Bow position. So body comes upright, arms stretching right up above your head and then back. Actually check that you're stretching back. A lot of people do not really stretch their arms back, and then you don't get the stretch in the shoulder blades and the lower neck. Push your pelvis forwards, but keep your chest sticking out. Again, a lot of people bring their upper arms together a bit, and it compresses the chest, stops them really opening. You don't want to do that. You want to stick your chest out, meeting life. Meeting life with an openness, and also secure in your body that you can hold your boundaries if you need to. This is a way to have a satisfying life. Arms right up, pelvis forwards. Stay with it, stretching in this bow position. Remember, you can always stretch a little more on the out breath. Keep those big breaths going through the mouth. And then dropping the arms back into the Cobra Pose. Remember, only your toes and your palms on the floor, fingers point forwards. Your upper body extends towards the vertical, but your lower body, your legs, stay horizontal. It's not the plank pose. It's not the normal yogic cobra because your legs are off the floor. It's intense. Your arms are straight. You breathe through the mouth, and let's do a little bit of lines. Lines roar means you lean a little bit forwards in this pose. Stick your tongue right out and down and roar like a lion. Ah! Ah! push the heels back. Keep your ass off the floor. You can do it. Big breaths through the mouth. Feel your body, particularly feel the backs of your legs and your lower back. These are the areas where they're getting activated. And now press up. Ass up, head down. Stretch into the bioenergetic version of the dog pose. Straight arms, straight legs, neck relaxed. Heels pushed towards the floor. And if you feel confident in this pose, on the out breath, you can dip your chest a little bit like this, compressing, bringing your shoulder blades together. Create an extra little bit of release. Don't worry about it if you're just struggling to stay in the pose. Keep those legs straight and push the heels back. On the out breath, there should be space so that you can stretch your heels towards the floor. If your arms and your hands and feet are too close together, your heels will touch the floor and you don't want that. You want to be able to create a stretch. And walk the hands back, keep the heels off the floor. It's good to get used to transitioning between these postures correctly. And come up and then drop your ass into toe crouch. Heels are well off the floor. And if you kind of got this posture, some finer points are to get your backbone straight. Usually by bringing your hips forwards. And then drop your ass a little bit. Trying to bring your upper legs towards the horizontal. And if you're just struggling to stay in there, that's okay. Keep breathing through the mouth, try to engage the belly with your breath. You make a little growl to get a bit of a belly energy going. Cool. Breathing through the mouth, you can do it. Stay in this toe squat. Maybe taking a risk to drop your ass a little bit more. And coming upright, heels to the floor, lean forwards into arch pose. Keep your eyes open, keep breathing nice and deep. There's a ding, we come up slowly. And we're going to go around one more time. Hold of the 5 position release. So arms right up and back behind the ears. Pelvis pushing forwards. Big breaths through the mouth, stick your chest out. And have your face looking dead ahead. Eye gaze horizontal. Pushing the pelvis forwards. And stretching the arms right up and back. A lot of people weak with the arms, and this will really open up your shoulder blades, help you to come really out as a person. Show the world who you are. Stretching the arms up and back. out, drop your hands to the floor, walk out into Cobra. Stay with it, stay in your body feeling. Only your hands, your palms and your toes on the floor. Push your heels back. This is a very powerful posture, particularly when done in conjunction with the others. Really starts to open stuff up. All big holding areas of the body, the lower back and the backs of the legs, where a lot of trauma, a lot of conditioning, all the emotions that we've been holding back are stored energetically in those parts of the body. Big time. So, tongue out, a little bit of lion's roar. Show the world you're not messing around anymore. And ass up, head down, and back into the dog pose. Stretching your heels towards the floor, arms straight, pushing away, but neck relaxed. And if you're confident in this pose, you can dip your chest a little bit on the out breath to create an extra squeeze in the shoulder blades. This sequence of 5 opens up the body. All the feelings and energy that have been suppressed start to get freed up and become mobile. Sometimes it can be emotionally challenged afterwards when you do a lot of it, but that's just because there's so much repression that's been going on. And it's a healthy healing process. Pressing the heels back towards the floor. Big breaths out through the mouth. And walking the hands back, keep the heels off the floor, come up into toe crouch. Remember, big breaths down into your belly. Try to keep your backbone straight if you can. If you need to lean forwards, that's how it is. Try to drop your ass if you can. If that's too much, it's okay. And heels down, hang forwards into arch pose. Final time. Neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed, tailbone pulling up, weight a little bit forwards. Opening up the body. The back of the body is where the mind stores all the old trauma, all the conditioning, the holding, all in the back line of the body in particular. Eyes open, big breaths. And slowly come back up. And then now we're going to go into the Psoas exercises. So you need to lie down back on the floor. Hopefully you're familiar with the postures. I'll talk through them anyway. I'll just put you on the 2-minute ding. So now lying your back just on the floor, relaxing. Probably feels good after this. Just turn the camera down a little bit. And we go straight into diamond leg rest pose, which means pressing the soles of your feet together. And letting your knees hang to the side. Eyes closed, arms relaxed. Breathing and feeling your body. This is now the more yin side of this workout, where we really want to focus on feeling our hips, feeling our pelvis, our legs, and just being open to anything that wants to happen. Maybe there's some spontaneous shaking at some point, maybe not, but just being open to that, keeping the soles of your feet gently pressed together. Lying back, breathing and feeling. This is the diamond leg rest pose. And now we're going to lift the tailbone off the floor. You don't have to, but I'm also going to compress my shoulder blades together. And then, just in this pose, my tailbone is just literally 1 or 2 inches off the floor. And we're going to stay in this posture for either 4 or 6 minutes. Haven't quite decided yet. Breathe and feel your body. It's quite intense to lift up and just stay in this lift. Feel your body. This is very important in this posture. At some point you may feel a trembling in your body somewhere, and you don't want to suppress that, you just allow it. The soles of your feet are still gently pressed together, your knees are wide, your tailbone stays 1 to 2 inches, 2 to 5 centimeters off the floor. You can either have your back flat, or you can bring your shoulder blades a bit together, take your back a little bit off the floor. Feel your body in this pose, really feel it. Keep breathing nice and gentle through the mouth, or deep if you want to. Really feel your body. This release comes more through feeling. So keep your awareness on your body, any areas where you can feel the muscles are getting stretched, feel in there. Keep your body up, then go through this ding, and on for a bit longer. I think we'll do 6 minutes, so we're going to do the next ding, stay with it till we get to the 3rd ding, and then we'll go back down. Breathing and feeling your body. And just being open to any vibration, any shaking, any trembling, tremors, whatever happens, just allow. Keep your body in this posture. Keep breathing through the mouth, eyes closed, relaxed. Simply allowing your body to do whatever it wants in this posture. Keeping your ass off the floor. I'm getting a little sort of up and down vibration, which is common for me. What's more common for people is that they get a kind of vibration in the legs. Nice deep out breaths. Sometimes when the vibration comes, it's a bit of fear to let go into it, and we hold at the throat. If you're in an environment where you can make a little bit of sound, you can also feel into your throat and make a gentle sound on the out breath. Ah. So you can reassure yourself that your throat isn't locked closed. Stay with it. We're going to go through the next ding. So continue keeping your tailbone up until the next ding when we'll come back down. Stay with it. Allow whatever's happening in your body to happen. Big breaths out. It's important, whatever trembling or shaking is going on, if something's going on, that you relax into it. And the easiest way to do that is to breathe out nice and deep, with maybe a very gentle sound from the throat on the out breath. Keep your tailbone up. Allow anything that's happening in your body to happen. Nice deep out breaths. Stay with it. Allow your body to have this space. Just keep breathing and feeling. And then gently drop your tailbone back down. Keep the soles of your feet gently pressed together. Let your knees hang to the side. And breathe and feel your body, eyes closed. Breathing out, eyes closed, relaxing. Soles of your feet still together.
now we're going to go into the second psoas muscle stretch, keeping the soles of your feet together. Bring your ass up towards your heels a little bit, as far as it can easily go, and then gently stretch your knees upwards whilst keeping the soles together. So you gently press the knees together. They don't come together, it's just to hold, to stretch in one dimension. Soles of your feet stay together, and you stretch your knees up. And maintain that gentle stretch, and just feel the muscles from the inside. We're working key areas of the body where there tends to be a lot of holding and repression. This stretch starts to open up and twist a bit the psoas muscles in different direction from the tail lift. Keep feeling into the muscles. Feel into your groin area, your hips. And breathe nice and relaxed through the mouth. We're going to be up for bringing the knees, pressing the knees up for 4 minutes. So when the first ding comes, you just keep on going through. Gently pressing the knees upward. Relaxed out breath and feel your body. Maintaining the stretch through this ding. Going to go to the second ding. Keeping the soles of your feet together. Gently stretch your knees upwards. And then the key element is to breathe through the mouth and feel those muscles as they stretch. Maybe some trembling, some vibration comes, maybe not. But just really feel into the body, feel into the muscles that are getting worked. Maintaining this gentle stretch till the next ding. Still pushing gently the knees up, still feeling those muscles, that's the main part. Sometimes people get disheartened if they don't get a shaking, but the feeling is the main thing. And then just relax, drop your knees, soles of your feet still together. We have 1 ding, 2 minutes of relaxation. Keep feeling your body, keep breathing. Just breathing out, eyes still closed. relaxing. And now coming into a slightly different stretch, bringing the knees to a vertical and now planting your feet on the floor close together, no more than 1 inch, 2 centimeters apart. Have your knees initially, your legs vertical to start, feet planted, keeping the soles of your feet flat on the floor. Gently, gently allow your knees to come apart a little bit, but not so far apart that your soles come off the floor. So it's a very slight distance for most people, depending on your ankle flexibility. And now just breathe and feel your body, particularly your legs. We're going to stay in this one for 10 minutes, 5 dings. Hopefully I count them right. And this, you just really try and relax your body and allow any shaking. I can feel my knees already starting to vibrate quite strongly. This is a great gentle release for the legs, so you want to just breathe and allow. If nothing's happening, don't worry about it, just keep feeling into the muscles. We're going to stay in this pose, remember, for 5 dings, 10 minutes. Nice big breaths in and out through the mouth. Really feel into your legs and your pelvis. If you know where the psoas muscle is, feel into there. All helps to increase this gentle release. Maybe at some point in this 10 minutes you find your pelvis naturally bumping up and down. There's the first ding, we go through that, stay with it. My body often starts to bounce a little bit in this pose, but yours may not, and don't worry about that. Keep your feet on the floor, the soles of your feet on the carpet or the mat, and just keep that little gentle knee stretch, stretching your knees open. It's the opposite stretch from last time. Just keep that maintained. And just keep feeling your body. Keep allowing it to simply do what it wants to do. Like a spontaneous movement will come then. Keep feeling it. Often it's like quite an intense wave that's coming in the body. And you want to feel each part of that wave. That way you get the maximum release and healing. Ding, we're going to stick with it. Just gently allowing anything that wants to happen. Keeping your feet gently on the floor.
Soles of your feet on the floor. Gently, gently opening your knees a little. Feet stay quite close together, 1 or 2 centimeters apart. And you simply allow whatever wants to happen. Sometimes you may find yourself crying, sometimes you might find yourself laughing. You just allow, try to let that controlling mind that we all have, just sit back and have a little bit of a break and allow this to happen. Whatever your body wants to release, just allowing that. If you think your throat might be getting a bit held, then make a gentle sound on the out breath. If feelings should be intense and you're in an environment where you can make more sound, feel free to put sound out. For me, this final posture is quite a journey, you know. My body will go through all sorts of different stuff, and I just have to relax back and enjoy it and allow it. Sometimes it feels relaxing, sometimes I can feel my mind pushing. There's a third ding. Carry on with this. Staying with it. Checking your feet are still close together. Your knees stretch out a little bit. Your soles of your feet are firm on the floor, but don't push down. A lot of pressure. You may find your arms naturally wanting to come up, you know. Whatever feels right in your body, allow it. Once your psoas muscles get activated, they actually know how to release a lot of stuff from your body. So your mind just has to kind of go on a little break. You just feel it all and you just breathe and let it happen. That's the fourth ding, that's 8 minutes. We're going to do 2 more minutes. Just allowing whatever wants to happen in this posture to happen.
final bell comes, you're going to just stretch out and relax. But you know, if you've got time and you really feel like your body's in a bit of a process and it's still wanting to shake out, feel free to continue for up to another 20 minutes. You can do this final posture for like half an hour if you want to. And then give yourself a good bit of downtime, like 5-10 minutes at least, before getting up. Okay, so I'm going to bring it to a close. I just stretch my arms and legs out and relax back and breathe and feel. Just resting. I'm just going to do one ding and then I'm going to close this session, but it's good to stay relaxing, breathing and feeling your body, eyes closed for a while longer. Eyes closed, still breathing through the mouth. Stay in your body feeling. Maybe there's still some natural movement happening. Make sure you allow the time you need to just integrate. So I'm going to bring this session to a close, but I advise you to stay leaning back, eyes closed, just relaxing for a few more minutes. Keep breathing and feeling your body. Stay in your body. And thank you for joining me with Bioenergetic Workouts. I'll see you again soon.